Hello everybody. So in every session I'll tell you different stories. Now today I'll tell you a story about a storyteller, Iswaran the storyteller. So this is the name of our next chapter from our supplementary reader. Actually, our first character in the story is Mahindra. Mahindra, junior supervisor. He works in a firm who used to provide supervisors on hire for various construction sites like bridges, dams, or factory sites. So his job is to supervise the things at factory sites or at dam sites or at any construction site, and he has to move from places to places as ordered by his firm only. As work is finished at one construction site, so he is shifted to another construction site, and apart from that he is bachelor also, totally alone. There is no family member, but there is one person who used to be continuously with him, and that is his cook, Iswaran. So Iswaran is a person who used to provide him company also. He is a good cook. He used to cook food for him. He used to wash his clothes also. He used to provide him company. So all in all, we can say that Iswaran was an asset to Mahindra, without whom he would not have been able to continue his job. So apart from being a very good cook, Iswaran had a hobby also of reading Tamil novels, thriller novels only, and he had a habit of telling stories also. He was a very good storyteller also, and his own descriptions were totally influenced by these Tamil writers by reading them only. So if he has to describe anything, his descriptions are totally based on that, influenced on that particularly. And now talking about if he has to describe any episode, any incident, like he is going on the road and he saw some fallen tree, uprooted tree on the road, so he would not tell directly. Instead, he would say that he was going on the road and he was all alone. All of a sudden, he saw something in middle of the road and he was afraid to see that. It was like a large beast lying in the middle of the road, and he thought not to go. He thought to go, return back, but then he went forward and then he saw that it was nothing. It was a tree, uprooted tree only, and it's with its dried branches lying on the road. So like that only, that Iswaran wanted to create the atmosphere of suspense and thriller, surprise in the minds of his listeners. That's why he used to tell the stories like that. So telling stories like that, his stories in the beginning look totally real, but ending sometimes left the listeners befooled. And once he told the story for Tusker, an elephant, like these elephant who used to be used for carrying heavy loads, like the logs of wood. So this elephant, it ran away from a timber yard. Timber yard is where the wood log, big pieces of logs, wood is kept. That area is called timber yard. It ran away from there and crushing the bushes in the jungle, breaking the branches of the trees, pulling down the creepers from the trees. It was creating hell there. It became kind of a mad elephant, and then it reached in the town. Now it came on the main road, and then it started crushing and breaking the stalls of clothes and these fruits and mud pots, as people used to sit selling these things on the sides of the road, uh, having the stalls. So it was creating hell there, crushing each and everything, destroying everything, and finally it reached near a school, and then it entered the school ground by breaking the wall of the brick wall of the fence schoolyard. And then there the students, when they saw the elephant, they ran into the classrooms and they shut the doors tightly. When the teachers climbed up the terrace, and in fear everybody was sitting there and watching the elephant in the ground. And the elephant, it was creating hell there. It was just pulling the football goal post. It pulled out the volleyball net, and the little bushes whatever are there, it just created, stamped or crushed each and everything there. Now everybody was stunned what to do. There was not a single soul, not a single person in the ground. Nobody had dared to go down there. Now at that time, Iswaran, he was in junior school, and he also was watching all this. So Iswaran said, while telling the story only, that something happened, and then he pulled or took out the stick cane from one teacher's hand, and then he came down into the ground in front of the elephant, face to face with the elephant. And when elephant saw him, he just threw a branch toward the Iswaran. But Iswaran was so brave, he was standing with a stick in his hand. And after that, Iswaran did not move from there. And elephant just stamped the ground with his feet, and lots of dust was in the air. And then elephant looked red-eyed towards Iswaran, and it was ready to attack. It lifted its trunk in the air and trumpeted loudly. At that moment, Iswaran, the boy, a stick in his hand, moved toward the elephant and hit with his full force on the third toenail of elephant. For the moment, the elephant looked totally stunned, and after that it started trembling, and then it fell on the ground, unconscious, finished. So the Mahendra, who was listening to the story, he asked that how he did that, how he, how he just defeated, or how he made the elephant fallen on the ground. So the Iswaran said casually, nothing sir, it's a kind of Japanese art, karate or jujitsu. I have read about it, so I applied that. So in the beginning, the story told by Iswaran used to look real also, but the way he used to end his story, and I am talking about, it does not look real. It does not seem to be plausible. As he said that he hit the elephant's toenail with the stick, and then it fell on the ground. It does not seem really plausible. But whether his stories were real or not, they look real or not, he entertained Mahindra fully, and that's why Iswaran was considered a good company. As our Mahindra, he was bachelor without any family. He used to live totally alone. There was no source of entertainment in the quarters in his house. So there was not a single day that Iswaran was not telling him any story full packed with horror, thriller, and in that way we can say that that Iswaran seemed to more than make up for the absence of TV in the quarters of Mahindra. So like that, one day when Mahindra came back from construction site, and he was enjoying the food, delicious food prepared by Iswaran, all his enjoyment was spoiled by Iswaran by telling a ghost story, spirit story. He started like that. So this site, whole construction site, this factory site, it was once a burial ground where the dead bodies used to be buried after death. And that he knew about this from the very beginning, from the very first day, that on the very first day also, and that now and then also, he used to come across skulls, human skulls and bones here and there on the path. He told that, and he said that, sir, I don't get afraid, I am a brave man. But one female ghost who used to appear on midnight of full moon nights only. Uh, that's a very ugly creature, having matted, ugly, shabby hair and shrink face like face of a very old woman, and hold like a skeleton, and holding a newborn newborn in the hands, and that it's a very scary, and I used to get afraid of that. Now, when Iswaran heard about it, he got upset, and then he interrupted Iswaran that why are you telling such a thing, that it's there is there does not appear, or there does not exist such things like ghosts or spirits. And he told him that all this is a figment of his imagination, and that he should go to some doctor and get himself checked also. As whatever Mahendra said, but after that there was not a single night that he was able to sleep properly. He used to watch here and there before sleeping that everything is fine, is there not anybody is there or not. So he was talking about totally upset. So on a full moon night, what happened, in the middle of the night Mahindra was woken up by a low sound outside his window. Now he got up and he thought, first of all he thought that there must be some cat running after a rat only, but then the sound became louder and louder, and then he thought to check it. So he just went near to the window and he saw outside, try to look outside the window what there is. And what did he see? At a little distance only he saw that some cloudy figure is there holding something in the arm. As he saw that, the story told by Iswaran suddenly came to his mind, and cold sweat was running from his body, and he fell back on the bed. So he was continuously in fear and thinking about that whether it was true or not. But then he slept that night thinking that it could be his imagination only. Early morning, when he was now moving out of the house going for the construction site, that time Iswaran came to him smilingly, victoriously. Sir, that day you were scolding me that all this is the figment of my imagination. Now what you want to say? Yesterday night you also saw that ghost, that female holding the fetus in the hands. Now what will you say? Now is Mahindra did not reply. He directly went to the office and submit the papers that he is leaving the job. He is leaving the office the very next day. So this is all about a story, Iswaran the storyteller. Thank you.